Hey, this is Notser, and this is the user replay of the week. Tomtom, I believe we've shared one of his before, is in the Tier 6 Premium French battleship Dunkerque on the map Trident. If you are interested in sharing a replay, please submit it to notserreplay@gmail.com. Please have the replay file, in-score screenshots, 1 to 2 sentence summary, and please include the ship name in the title of the email. I really appreciate every single individual who submits replays. Every single day, I quite literally get a ton, and that's completely fine. Other than Gmail is screaming at me, "You've used up all your data." I could care less what Gmail says to me, just keep submitting them. I will keep sorting through them, trying to find diamonds that are worthy of sharing, and this is very fun. It's a very tense game, and hopefully you enjoy it. So, the Dunkerque, it's the French battleship. In the next patch, there will be localized to French for any people who are interested in that. I, of course, love it because I prefer nationalistic audio. It just puts you in the mood for that ship or that faction or the line, whatever that you happen to be playing. Now, tomtom, we're just going to call him Tomtom. Tomtom is bow on, looking for possible targets. We've got a destroyer who really likes jeans. We've also got a Arizona that is firing his guns, and he's quite a ways away. Tomtom engages with his main battery, and the vibe that most people get the first time they play as or play against the French battleship is that it lacks the accuracy that it should have. It's very noticeable how inaccurate the guns are. That can be a problem, but I don't perceive it as any less accurate than most standard Tier 6. I think the Arizona is an outlier because of the Sigma rating. And for anyone who doesn't know what Sigma, it basically dictates the percentage of shells that are going to land near the center of the dispersion. The higher the Sigma, the higher percentage that the shell will land near the center of the dispersion. And the Arizona has very high Sigma. So it's not fair to compare the Arizona. Now, Tomtom fires on the enemy Nuremberg, and he gets a useful shot of 14,000 points of damage, a Citadel. Great damage. And he's not quite interested in moving forward. I don't blame him. There are a lot of enemy ships here. And instead of moving forward, he's backing up. Now, 2 enemy destroyers exist in the match. They are on the western flank, though. And clearly one of them is capturing A because nobody spotted while they're capturing A. He fires again on the enemy Nuremberg. Leads the target just a little bit too much. And he doesn't have line of sight. Now, the enemy German cruiser is still firing on him, but he's behind the island, and there's no line of sight until a friendly is able to get far out to the eastern side of the map and catch sight of the enemy. Now he's coming around the island, and Tomtom is ready to go. He's ready to engage this guy. Come on, Tomtom. Get this guy. Take him out. And he is still, finally, he's visible. Man, I can't believe this. He's showing a perfect broadside. Tom leads him in the direction he's headed. It looks good. Is it going to be good enough? 1900? 2 overpins? This is the thing with cruisers. You either win the lottery with the Citadel, or you're going to overpin pretty much through and through on a perfect broadside. So is it really the right call to fire? Well, obviously you would, because it's a wide ship, it's easier to hit, and he tries to fire again, maybe let him a little bit too much. He does nick him, and he gets 3,000. Right on the bow of the ship. But overpin again. That's the real issue. What's the best way to deal with a cruiser? And play as a cruiser? Is it showing your side? Is it minimizing your angle? Is it having some angle? Don't really know. It kind of feels like if you are the target of a battleship, you're going to suffer damage. Is it high, medium? Whatever, it's going to be significant, and it's going to cause you to change your playstyle. Now, the enemy Königsberg is gone, or Nuremberg, sorry, he's gone. The enemy Bayern shows up, and he's going to engage him. He tries to fire over the island, and he misses the target. The friendly Königsberg is very close to the Bayern, and he should be able to use his torpedoes. This is... Oh! He got knocked out by the Arizona. Did he let torpedoes out? Is he going to get the Bayern? He does take some damage. He's still alive. The enemy Nürnberg, is he going to burn down to the friendly? This was a waste of a shot. Tom Tim Trim. Yep. Saw that a mile away. He's on fire. The Ognivone, that's all he has is his guns. It appears there's an enemy cruiser that's also trying to engage him. Tom needs to help his team. So far, it's not too bad. It's 1 base to 1.5, let's just say. There's an enemy cruiser, 2 enemy cruisers actually in front of Tom Tim Trim, and he would love to be able to go after him. Okay, here's one. It's a brown. It's the Haguru? Is it Haguru? Haguro? You know what? It's the Arpeggio. It's brown with pink, or brown with red, or brown with yellow, something like that. It's basically a Miyoko. And it's showing a lot of side. Come on, Tom. Take him out. Take him out. Now, this sort of the texture does look like it assists in the location of the Citadel, right? It does. It's really stands out from that dark brown hull in a map like this because it has a glow effect attached to it. So you really know exactly where you want to hit. You want to hit where that glowy texture is right at the waterline. That's where you aim all the time. And again, this is a waste of a shot, Tom. So far, isn't a spectacular game, but don't worry, it's going to heat up big time. It's going to heat up. It's going to be on fire. It's just one of those games where Tom's missing out. He's firing on targets that are bleeding, dot damage over time, floods and fires, and he's just not catching them in the right location. But don't worry, look at the western flank. It's basically fallen to the enemy, and they can just push on forward. There's also an enemy destroyer that's still alive. There's one friendly on our team as well, or Tom's. Tom's a part of my team, okay? If you are part of the Notser channel, you're a part of my team. I really appreciate you guys and gals being here. There's an enemy Murmansk that looks like he pulled a Notser. Now, Tom sort of snapshots, just trying to get damage downrange. I think he's going to get a little bit. And it is indeed a little bit. 1900 is not what you want to see in a great big battleship. It's basically a waste of time at that point. I need more damage. All the damage. The enemy Cleveland is not in line of sight. He probably has an aircraft, though, that is assisting in spotting Tom. And the Murmansk has recovered. He's going to try and move away from the island. Tom's going to be able to get another shot on the Murmansk. And again, 1940. Come on. That's just a terrible number. You got to do more damage. You just want to do more damage. I know Tom's like, I want to do more damage. He's mid-tier. He's done 32,000, which is okay. Nothing spectacular. It's basically the health of one single ship on average in this game. The Murmansk is trying to get out. Tom gets a much better shot there. 6,700. The Cleveland has moved away and is firing on the friendly Cleveland right in front. Tom is going to have to decide. Do I focus on the western flank, or do I try and assist in the destruction of the Cleveland? Probably helping the friendly Cleveland is going to be the right course of action. He will be taking fire from multiple enemies, and oh, Tom just caught sight of that York. Very unhealthy York, who is engaging the friendly Cleveland, so Tom decides, let's go after him. Just take him out. Gotta kill secure, right? Can't allow him to live, and there we go. York taken out. Not very hard, but it was needed. Cleveland, please survive. Just run away. Tom can decide between the low-health Murmansk or the Nürnberg. I would go after the Murmansk. Even though the Murmansk is behind the Nürnberg, it's much more reasonable that you could kill this guy. So he's going to lead the Murmansk, and The shells look like they're going to be pretty good. Oh, yes, they are. Citadel. It was 2 shells that made contact, but it looked like it was clearly going to be 4 or 5. That guy was going to take massive damage. So now there's only this enemy, Nuremberg. The Cleveland is somewhere in the north. The friendly Cleveland is dead next to tomtom Tim Trim. And he's being interrupted from capturing the base. He does not have premium consumables. Oh, nice! Oh boy, these are big shots. We have needed this bad, tomtom. His team is suffering. They're losing on capture points and they're losing on ships. So, gotta get this guy dead, especially before he gets his torpedoes out. Remember, Germans 6-kilometer range. When in doubt, 6-kilometer for Germans. You just know. If he showed his side, he sent torpedoes. Now tomtom fires at the waterline, and oh boy, Tom sort of short shot that. Oh, he's going to take 1 torpedo on the nose. He's going to burn, and is it going to cause a flood? It does. Oh no. There's going to be more torpedoes on this side. Here they come. Looks like he's screwed up the torpedo attack. He missed. He missed. How do you miss at 2-kilometer ranges? The secondaries take out the enemy cruiser, and the flood is still there. He's got to put the flood out. Yep, absolutely. He's got to wait 1 minute and 45 seconds in order to have the heal that will get him back up to 50% if he doesn't take any more damage. Highly unlikely, right? But he could chase after the Cleveland, capture the base, deal with the New York. Is the New York going to try and disrupt his capture? They need to start thinking about maintaining a 2-to-1 base advantage to make up some of this deficit. Now, is the New York going to notice this? Is the New York really paying attention? Because if the New York wants to be a frustration for tomtom Tim Trim, he's going to fire on him and deny the capture. Now, tomtom is trying to get in position to assist. Oh, the friendly's taken out. Don't let him die in vain. Take out the Cleveland. He fires on the Cleveland, captures the base. He confirms the capture. The New York should have engaged and denied the capture, but, you know, who cares, right? Tom's team needs to win. We're voting for Tom. We're rooting for Tom. We want him to win. Another friendly is taken out by torpedoes. Oh no, we gotta get this Cleveland out, Tom. The team is losing grip on this game. It's just getting into the point where it cannot be overcome. So Tom leads the target, elevates the gun, hits the Cleveland, and he floods out. He actually floods out. He does just enough damage to set up the assist from the flood, and I'm sure Blink89 is very appreciative of that medal. But the New York is engaging him. This is bad. Look how low he is. He's still waiting on his heal. This is why premium consumables are such a huge advantage. They really are. And it's more impressive that he's doing this with regular consumables. That New York is very healthy. The friendly is going to send torpedoes through the gap that Tom wants to use to escape. He's got to make sure, and he does confirm. He does 9,600. Good. The New York misses. Excellent. He's using his heal, as he should. And now that's done. No more healing. He's got nothing. And honestly, he's probably only got 1 or 2 uses of damage control left in the match, because it's a normal damage control. The New York showing a perfect broadside, or very near perfect. It looks like he's going to run into the torpedoes. Tom, for whatever reason, doesn't do any damage. It looked like the shells dropped a little bit short. Now, the torpedoes meant for the New York, they stop just short of the New York. They don't do the damage. They don't cause a flood. He's still detected, and now he's not. Okay, so what do we know from the information available? Well, we know that the destroyer is not within line of sight of Tom. Until he is now. He just came around the island, and he's actually within secondary range. Tom probably targeted him and set him as the primary focus for his secondaries, but clearly the destroyer is not having any of that. He pops his smoke. He's sitting in the capture as I speak, right at the edge. He actually moves out of it. Maybe he was afraid that Tom had some way of moving towards him. Either way, Tom is not visible, and yep, here come torpedoes. He makes sure, yep, they're not going to hit him. Good, good. Oh no. Friendly is taken out. It's Tom versus a very healthy battleship and the destroyer right behind him. He's able to avoid the torpedoes, of course, and he's basically bow on. He's got to avoid the damage. We all know that the Dunkerque takes a lot of damage. Fires, and particularly broadside, is the weak point of the ship. It just can't afford to take damage, and luckily, the friendly cruiser gets a torpedo strike on the New York, and the New York is flooding out a little bit. He cannot stop it, apparently. He fires on the bow of Tomtom, and he does almost nothing. The enemy destroyer is capturing Sea Point as I speak, and the New York shows a huge broadside. He's taken out. Good job, Tomtom. He gets the Citadel. He did what he needed to do. And now it's 1 versus 1. He needs to think about how is he going to win this game. He has to have a base capture advantage. There's no way he's going to have a base capture advantage. He can't get over to A point in time to make a difference. So it's only going to be for B and C. And as the destroyers go, they could just hide. They can go around the islands, avoid contact, keep capturing the base. So what Tomtom really needs to do is win the game by killing. There's really not any other way that I see Tomtom getting out of this without winning the game. Now, it's been a great game for Tom. He's had a lot of luck in the form of those friendly torpedoes making contact, the Nuremberg or the Königsberg missing the torpedoes right at point-blank range. But he's been in position to take advantage. And that is player skill, decision-making. You don't want to shortchange your decision-making. Now, initially it looked like Tomtom wanted to go for C, but it appears that he does not want to go for C. Maybe he feels like the obvious play for the enemy is to go for B. And he's got to kill him. And his aircraft scouts out the enemy destroyer. Okay, he's full life. Oh boy, this is going to be bad. Close range, he sort of hits the water. A significant portion don't do any damage. Here come the torpedoes. Okay, Tom, you got to avoid this. You can't afford to take any torpedoes. 2 torpedoes out. Oh, is the bow going to be able? Oh, just enough. The bow was just tiny enough to avoid that torpedo. And now the tables have turned. Tomtom is using HE as he should. Just breathe, Tomtom. You've got it. Tomtom is ready to go. He's about to go. The destroyer is showing the most side he's shown in a while. He takes a huge shot. 6,500. He's on fire, and he can't put it out. He must have used damage control to repair a module on that previous salvo, and he killed himself. He didn't have enough time to send more torpedoes. Just a huge blunder that we'll take, right, Tomtom? Bringing that team on your back. They really did need to be carried. They certainly weren't making the right choice to keep the game close. But you did a great job, Tomtom. I'm very proud of this game, seeing Tom in those moments, dodging the torpedoes, taking out the targets, big damaging shots in the French battleship. It's great to see. So he earned close quarter medal. I believe this is Arsonist, Dreadnought, Kraken Unleashed, Devastating Strike, and of course Kraken Unleashed means 5 kills, 4 citadels, 114,000 points of damage done. A fantastic display of how the French battleship can really do work, and it is fireproof. Sorry, I'm sure. Oh, it's fireproof, Notser. How do you not know this? Well, I just don't care. There, you got it. I care more about Kraken Unleashes Devastating Strikes than fireproof. That's just me. 99% of the damage done. AP. Huge shocker there, right? But HE is very viable in this ship. If you find a target that has great angling and you're not having a lot of success penetrating their armor, you should try and use HE. The enemy mostly did HE and AP. Oh, fires. Fires accounted for a lot of damage against Tomtom. And that's really what it feels like when you play the Dunkerque. It burns really well. Really well. And Tomtom was nice enough to include the final screen. Looks like he earned a commander on this game, which is great. And thank you, Tomtom, Tim Trim, for sharing this game. It's always nice to see a ship that is a little undervalued by the community perform so well when given the opportunity. And it's always nice to see those torpedo dodges. I think there was at least 3 times where torpedoes were coming towards him, and he was given the chance to avoid damage, and he pretty much did so in the most efficient manner. I hope it was fun to see the ship and see the torpedo dodges. I certainly enjoyed it when I saw just what went down in the game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.